All right, let's just get right into it. We're going to pull back the curtain on what's really going on with the average American's money. The numbers we're about to walk through, well, they aren't just stats on a page. They tell a story about the economy we all live in. And it all begins with a guy named Marcus.
So picture this. Marcus gets a 6% raise. Great performance review, feeling good, right? But then he does the math. His car insurance went up. His rent is higher. Groceries cost way more. And poof, after taxes, that entire raise just vanished. Gone before he could spend a single dollar of it. He didn't even tell his wife, Daniela. I mean, what was there to say?
And here's the kicker about Marcus and Daniela. They're not an exception. They're not doing anything wrong. They are the data. They're the human faces behind the statistics we're about to explore. And honestly, the data's brutal.
So let's officially meet this average American family, a family that's basically following the playbook, doing everything they're supposed to do. But as you're about to see, they are living constantly on a financial knife's edge.
Okay, so Marcus and Daniela, together they bring in about $103,000 a year. They pay their bills on time, they have jobs with decent benefits. From the outside looking in, you'd think they're doing just fine. But the reality is, they are one unexpected and not even that huge, $1,200 car repair away from a genuine, full-blown financial crisis.
And that right there brings us to the heart of the problem. This 1-2 punch of having basically no savings and at the same time, just an overwhelming amount of debt. So let's pop the hood on the American wallet and see what's really going on in there. Stat number 1. Are you ready for this? 59% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency with their savings. Just let that sink in for a second. A set of new tires, a water heater breaks, and more than half the country has to whip out a credit card or sell something just to deal with it.
And you know what? It gets even worse. The Federal Reserve itself, we're talking the Fed, found that 37% of adults couldn't even pay for a $400 emergency using cash. $400, that's just wild. Now, this is where statistics can be super misleading, so you gotta pay attention to this. You'll hear that the average savings balance is over 62 grand. Sounds okay, right? But the median, that's the number for the person right in the middle, is only $8,000. That massive gap tells you everything. It means a few very, very wealthy households are pulling that average way up, and it's masking the truth for everybody else. So the number that really tells the story is this. The median emergency savings in America right now is just $500. $500. And get this, it's down from $600 just a year ago. That's not a safety net, it's a throw pillow, a very small one. And this is what financial fragility actually feels like. It's not some abstract term in an economics textbook. It's Marcus, sitting in his car in a Walgreens parking lot for 11 minutes straight, frantically doing math in his phone's notes app to see if an $840 car repair will completely wipe them out. That's the human reality of these numbers. And when there are no savings, where do people turn? Debt. Total U.S. credit card debt has now blown past $1.28 trillion. That's an all-time record and not the good kind. And here's the ugly math on how that debt becomes a trap. If you carry the average credit card balance and you only make the minimum payments, it will take you 22 years to pay it off. 22 years. And you'll end up paying more in interest than the original amount you borrowed. See, a credit card company doesn't see that as a debt. Oh no, they see it as a predictable 22-year revenue stream. And you're the product. This is their business model in action. It's built on that little gap between what feels manageable, that tiny minimum payment, and what's actually happening. You think you're chipping away at what you owe, but most of your payment is just getting eaten alive by interest. The cycle just repeats month after month and generates reliable cash for the bank. So this combination, right, no savings and a mountain of debt, it has huge consequences for the future. Those big life goals, like retiring someday or owning a home, they're becoming mathematically impossible for millions. Just look at this. Over half, 54% of American households have zero, and I mean zero, dedicated retirement savings. Not a dime. So if you have even $1 set aside for retirement, you are already ahead of most of the country. And just like with savings, we see the exact same illusion. The average 401k balance, it's over $148,000. But the median, the reality for the typical person with a 401k, is just a little over 35 grand. So what about home ownership?
the classic American dream. Well, right now, almost 3 out of every 4 households in the US are mathematically priced out of affording a median-priced new home. Not a dream home, the median home. And this is why. The median age of a homebuyer in the United States is now 59 years old. 59. So the housing market doesn't really serve first-time buyers anymore. It's a market for people who already have equity from a house they already own. For younger generations, it really feels like the ladder's just been pulled up.
Okay, I know, this all sounds incredibly bleak, and it is. But there is a different path. So let's go back to Marcus and Daniela, because their story can show us this really powerful fork in the road, one that's based on just a few key decisions.
So let's imagine a different version of our couple. Same income, same jobs, but they make 3 different choices. Instead of the new $52,000 truck, they buy a reliable $14,000 used car. Then they take all the money they save each month and just hammer away at their credit card debt until it's gone. And once it's gone, they automate that same chunk of cash straight into a simple, low-cost investment fund.
And here's the result. Fast forward 23 years. On the default path, Marcus and Daniela are still walking that tightrope, hoping nothing goes wrong with maybe $180,000 saved for retirement. But on the intentional path, they have no debt and almost $700,000 in investments. They have options, they have freedom, all from those 3 simple decisions, just compounded over time.
So what's the difference? Why this massive gap?
It wasn't about earning more money or having some superhuman discipline. It was about one thing: recognizing that the financial system's default settings, the 84-month car loan, the minimum credit card payment, they are all designed to be profitable for the banks, not for you. Their power came from consciously deciding to opt out. And that leaves us with this final thought. You are constantly dealing with systems that have a business model, and the only real defense you have against a business model that isn't built for your benefit is simply knowing that it exists. And now you do.